officers, I know enough to know to keep an eye on how I talk to you. Some of y'all are peace, but even one too many, still a decent number for the breeding of a beast. With no release, she keeps and teaches no remorse, more resembling of a thief than a horse. Plans, long range, attached to some things, and an arm that's strong. Watch the song when it changed. Nothing strange, cause you know before you saw it, it's all the same. There ain't no such thing as flawless, but all I want is a little more security, a little more safety, a lot less uncertainty. Override the circuitry, the sun is your guide. Recognize the urgency, uncover your eyes. When I turn on the lights, she vanishes, hides, but I can feel her essence in the air. Acknowledge the night stalker and regard her as a hunter. Count the amount she takes from the slumber. Summer ain't as hot as you would think. Martyr the child that wears the target for the teeth to sink. This world is a vampire, she eats kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This country's a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This city's a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. She lurks in the alleys with her own reality. Allegiance, honor, keep it all in the family. Consumes the young, blind, deaf, and the dumb. Drains the vein and puts them under the thumb. She's on the television, celebrate status quo. Energy, push mute on the remote control. Break the beat, shatter the measures to pieces. All I've left is the breath and the will to prove the thesis. It's difficult to figure out who to fear. Getting older by the minute and younger by the year. Will the hunger disappear? Metabolism slow. World domination is the goal. Now let's gather the kids and take them out to the sticks. Teach them all how to live. Come take my hand and walk with me before the vampires lock down the Twin Cities. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This country's a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This city's a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. The mud of the evening she trudges. The name, the blood is tainted with traces of loveless from up above. Truth watches in bewilderment, contemplating how he isn't really feeling it. Just another chapter of another moving picture, another afterthought, looking for a new elixir. But here she goes, even when she has to climb out the window. Out of sight, out of mind. Look out for me below, because I've never been on top of nothing other than a stove. Inside a pot of water bubbling and boiling, between a puzzle and poison. Two games in the same toy bin. But when my time comes, you better beat the drums and aim the guns at the ones that eat the young. If we let her, she'll do whatever it takes to survive. You don't stop till you take her life. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's bridge. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This country's a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This city's a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. This world is a vampire, she eats her kids. Let's hide the bodies under the bridge. All of y'all are vampires, you eat your kids.